I am Judith and I work in Pewter from my hometown of Troon on the Ayrshire coast. Although my background and training is in science and medicine and I work in the NHS, I find I spend most of my spare time on my creative passion for pewter work. I first came to work with pewter more than 10 years ago through my interest in jewellery making, and I haven't looked back since. I enjoy experimenting and exploring different styles and techniques, and draw many of my design inspirations from the nature and the landscape around me, and spend a lot of my time beachcombing with my dog Rory, even more so since lockdown. One major influence that led me to work in pewter was my regular visits to the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery in Glasgow and viewing the work of the Glasgow girls during the Art Nouveau period. I work mostly from home, and mostly I use pewter shim, shaping the fine metal sheet into many different designs. As the pewter is very fine gauge, it is easy to shape, but does require support. For my clock designs, this is done in two ways. Initially, the detailed design is filled on the reverse side in fine plaster, then the piece is mounted onto wood board. At this stage, the pewter is still very bright and shiny and requires to be patinated to give the design more depth and definition. And then the final job requires lots and lots of hand polishing. For the Roaring Twenties clock, I wanted to capture the feel of the Roaring Twenties as we all know it through the Art Deco design and the excitement of travel and exploration in that period. And so the first half of the clock covers this decade. But what do we have in store in our current decade? The other half of the clock deals with today's issues of global warming and a pandemic, and we're only 1 year in. Will this be a decade of ingenuity and change, where we can find some of the answers? Finally, I'd like to say I am delighted to be part of this year's Pewter Live competition. It is such a privilege to be able to join with so many accomplished artists and craftspeople into this virtual adventure. Thank you.